The blood moon rose high above Howlverse, casting its crimson gaze across the twisted silhouettes of the forest. Shadows stretched unnaturally, painting the landscape in deep grays and violet tinges. Every tree and rock seemed etched in black against the molten red sky, their outlines trembling under the flickering light. Mayor Darius McCoy moved first, silent and commanding, the glowing crimson of his eyes slicing through the darkness. His trench coat rustled faintly as he adjusted the sculpted wolf head cane, tapping it against the frozen ground. Beside him, Detective Brandon Gentry's icy blue gaze scanned the perimeter, every movement precise, his fur bristling with anticipation. Dr. Lyra Moon's violet eyes glimmered faintly under the moonlight, her breath steady, controlled. Together, they prowled the forest in full werewolf form, senses heightened, ears attuned to the whisper of leaves and the crackle of distant flames. The air, it's dry, Lyra murmured, nostrils flaring. Smoke lingers, something's coming. Darius's ears twitched, nostrils flaring. The blood moon stirs it. I can feel its hunger. Before their eyes, a faint glow appeared between the skeletal trunks. Sparks danced, illuminating the forest with spectral gold and amber. A low growl rolled through the clearing as the glow coalesced into a monstrous silhouette. The Ember Wolf. Its molten fur shimmered like living fire, eyes glowing molten orange, reflecting the crimson sky. The flames danced with malevolent intent, licking the forest floor, twisting branches into smoking coils. Brandon's muscles tensed, claws flexing. It's feeding on the blood moon and rage. Stay sharp. Lyra's ears pinned back. Those fires, they're intelligent. It's hunting us. The Ember Wolf's body tensed, then it launched into the air. Trees shook and sparks hissed as it landed, igniting patches of undergrowth. Its inferno pounce left trails of flame in midair, weaving the forest into a fiery labyrinth. Darius growled, leaping across a burning gap. His claws slashed into the fiery aura, sending showers of embers scattering. We flank it, he barked. Brandon darted left, moving through shadows, every step precise as the wolf's molten shadow ability flickered. One instant, it was across the clearing. The next, behind a wall of fire, stalking them silently. Lyra's sharp gaze caught the movement. Its flames respond to emotion, she shouted over the roar of the fire. Fear, rage, they fuel it. We can't let it sense ours. The Ember Wolf snarled, a sound like metal scraping over stone. Its flame howl erupted, igniting the air and sending waves of heat that paralyzed the team for a heartbeat. Sparks danced along their fur, illuminating each tense silhouette in stark contrast to the crimson moonlight. Brandon rolled aside, narrowly avoiding a swipe that incinerated a tree trunk. Darius twisted midair, slashing embers into the wolf, slowing its advance. Lyra reached into her satchel, pulling a small vial containing enchanted water. We need to cool it, she screamed, hurling the liquid. It exploded on contact, steam hissing as frost began to crystallize over molten fur. The Ember Wolf yowled, backlit in a dance of red and silver, flames sputtering. Now, Lyra commanded. Brandon dove, dragging a torrent of ice from the frozen river nearby, while Darius leaped into the blaze, claws extended. Together they pressed the attack, the wolf howling violently, trying to maintain cohesion. Its molten body flickered, splitting into smaller fire fragments, each glowing ember dancing like sinister fireflies. Lyra chanted softly, violet eyes glowing brighter. A concentrated frost blast surged from her hands, weaving into the icy torrent. Sparks hissed, flames roared, and the wolf's body quivered. The Ember Wolf tried to vanish again, but the water and ice had sapped its fury. It became erratic, molten fur flickering in and out, until the torrent and frost forced it to collapse into smoldering embers. Lyra panted, leaning on her knees. It's gone. Brandon lowered himself to all fours, pursed claws scraping lightly against the forest floor. For now, the blood moon fades, but something else will rise next. Darius shook his crimson eyes from the afterglow of the embers, scanning the shadows. Howlverse never rests. Darkness breeds darkness, always. The trio moved through the cooling forest, leaving the charred remains behind. Shadows stretched longer, gray-violet under the dimming moon. Each step was careful, each breath measured, as if the forest itself watched them retreat, waiting for the next threat. Lyra paused, violet eyes narrowing. It felt sentient. Not just a beast. Something is guiding it, testing us. Brandon's icy gaze flickered. And it's not alone. Something else lurks, waiting for the next blood moon. This was merely the opening act. Darius's claws dug into the frozen soil, his voice low and resonant. Then we wait and we prepare. Howlverse has many secrets. Tonight, we survived. Tomorrow, the forest will speak again. The forest began to settle, but the air remained thick with smoke and tension. Sparks still flickered faintly where the Ember Wolf had fallen, like ghostly embers whispering in the darkness. The blood moon retreated behind thick clouds, leaving only a dim silver light to outline the skeletal trees and jagged rocks. Luna appeared on a ridge above, amber eyes glinting, hoodie shadows framing her silhouette. She watched the team below, feeling the pulse of the Ember Wolf's residual energy. Her presence was quiet but vigilant, a guardian from above. The night had changed Howlverse. The delicate balance of fear and power had shifted. Brandon glanced upward, noticing her figure. "Luna, you felt it too?" Her lips twitched in a faint, knowing smile. "It's never just one. Every victory is temporary. Every monster leaves a mark for the next." Darius's crimson eyes glimmered, voice gravelly with resolve. "Then we remain, always ready. Howlverse is ours to guard, no matter the cost." Lyra's violet glow dimmed slightly, but her voice was firm. "Tonight was fire and fury, but we've shown them. We are the defenders of this cursed town. We endure." The forest fell silent, but the tension lingered like smoke in the air. The Ember Wolf was gone, yet the lingering threat of what might rise next left every heartbeat heavy with unease. The blood moon's crimson glow had faded, leaving only a warning in the shadows. Howlverse had survived tonight, but its dark heart still pulsed, waiting. And in the silence, unseen eyes watched from the depths of the forest, calculating, patient, knowing the Ember Wolf had been but a herald.